Connecting with your audience. As a speaker, it is vital to make a personal connection with the audience. Your ability to establish this connection can make the difference between being evaluated positively or negatively, being believed or doubted, or delivering an effective or ineffective presentation. So, how do you make this connection? Simple. Focus on identification and immediacy. Happens when a speaker emphasizes common values, goals, and experiences that exist between him or her and the audience, while immediacy refers to performing behavior that increase feelings of liking, pleasure, and closeness in the minds of audience. To further explain identification, finding and highlighting common ground between you, the speaker, and the audience is a great way to create identification during a presentation. Identification allows a speaker to remove the invisible barrier that separates the speaker and the audience. Common values. What are the common values? Like a very basic audience analysis, think about the values you have in common with the audience members. A sense of the difference between right and wrong, a belief in justice, or adhering to the golden rule are all good starting points of common values. Common goals. In line with the same thought process as finding common values, think about the goals that you are likely to share with your audience member. A desire to be a better person, the pursuit of success and happiness, as well as a mental and financial security are goals that many people share. And last, common experiences. While all individuals have a unique experiences that shape their worldviews, we often have a similar experience in life, being part of a family or a group, falling in love, and experiencing physical or emotional joy and pain are common to the human experiences. Also, try using personal stories as well as we or us language instead of I and you style. What is immediacy? Performing a certain behavior during the delivery of presentation typically improve an audience evaluation and perception of a speaker. A few simple behavior that you might try during your next speech are increased eye contact, relaxing posture, and smile. What is eye contact? A speaker's ability to make and maintain eye contact during a presentation impacts the audience evaluation of how likable and trustworthy the speaker is. More eye contact, though you want to avoid appearing to stare at the audience, is usually associated with higher evaluation of both categories. Remember to limit your notes and maximize your practice time so that you can make eye contact instead of reading your speech. Relaxed posture. A stiff speaker is less likely to connect with an audience than is relaxed speaker. Relaxed speakers move freely and own the room, gesture comfortably, and generally seem conversational. Smiling. Finding from multiple studies suggest that humans rate those who smile as being more attractive than those who do not smile. Sure, you don't have to smile at any inappropriate times or maintain a constant smile during your entire presentation, but when appropriate, remember to smile during your presentation, not necessarily say cheese, but smile. How do you know you are emotionally connected? Emotionally connection is one of the essential elements of persuasion, having the ability to make the audience respond through touching their emotion is a good sign that you are able to get deeper into your audience decision making. Making them understand that you know their needs, pains, and troubles would help to intensify their eagerness to listen because they believe that you have the solution. When the connection is established, they can give you their full trust, and from there, you can fully give your message. The most powerful communication combines both intellectual and emotional connection. For effective public speaking, Whether you have an audience of 1 or 1,000, you must connect with your audience emotionally. Here are the 5 ways to connect with your audience on an emotional level. First, aim for honesty and authenticity. Authenticity and being true can create a powerful bond. It is important for speaker to back up the message with action to prove the audience that they are authentic. If you are honest and authentic, your audience will trust you, and it is very important that the audience will trust you. Second, be empathetic. Understanding the audience and what they take action to results in an emotional response. A speaker that can relate to its prospect feelings and emotion has a better chance of being noticed and gain trust by the audience. Being empathic to people's happiness, sadness, and anger helps to develop strong customers' loyalty. Third, tell a story. Storytelling is a great strategy to engage your audience and develop an emotional connections. Stories are a visual approach to your messaging, making your speech more exciting and memorable. To effectively tell a story, you begin by understanding your audience's pain points, making the narrative relevant. When you perfect your storytelling skills, you enable your conversation, presentations, and business communication to tap into the reward part of people's brain, creating an immediate emotional connection. Fourth, create positive emotion. Positive emotion that you should focus on include providing a sense of safety, trust, being cared for, and a legitimate interest in your audience needs. Such sentiments are more effective in generating leads and brand awareness. Neutralizing with your audience feeling is important whether they be negative or positive. It is essential to show your audience that they can avoid risk or threat with the help of your solution. Earn their emotion. Earning emotion means building trust with your prospect through an honest approach. Something as simple as making tangible commitments with them will accomplish that. It helps to be transparent and open to questions and comments. Make sure to respond to criticism positively and provide solutions to earn trust and build conclusive experience. Principles and practices of effective communication. First, number one, you need to have a goal. First, you need to determine what you want your audience to do or get out of your communication. Are you positioning yourself as a thought of a leader, or are you persuading them to take action? Figuring out your ideal outcome at the start and intentionally crafting your communication to reach for that goal will make it much more effective. Second, listen. Good communication is never one way. If you never listen to what your audience is saying or giving them or give them a chance to engage, you'll struggle effectively connect with them. Adjust your medium. Context about where and how your communication is being consumed is a vital factor to consider. For example, you wouldn't say certain things through written communication because the tone and inflection of spoken words isn't there. In the same vein, you would communicate differently in the phone than to face because the other person can see your face, hand gestures, or body language. Therefore, once you decide the most appealing format to reach your audience, make sure your content and message is tailored for that medium. If it's for Twitter, you want something that's short, visually appealing, and will make start a conversation. But if it's a blog post, you want to go in more detail on a mobile optimized, easy to read page. Fourth, stay organized. When starting out, create a cohesive, high level outline that includes your goal, your main points to get across and the main ways you're going to illustrate them for your audience. Be persuasive. This is the whole reason you're communicating, so do it well. Different people are persuaded differently, so, if appropriate, appeal to the rational side with relevant facts to back up your main argument. But perhaps more importantly, in many instances, you should also appeal to your audience emotion side. Studies have shown that our emotional brain processes information 5 times faster than the logical side of our brain. 6. Be clear. Be gone jargon, farewell wordiness, adios spelling mistakes. Keep your writing and pronunciation clear and concise. Moreover, explicitly state what you're arguing. Keep it as short as possible. Avoid long words when a short one will do. Usually, this just requires going through a few rounds of editing to take out all that's unnecessary. 7. Visuals are important. When communicating with an audience, variety can go a long way. Humans comprehend new information in a number of ways, but many are primarily visual people. Visuals can also help you appeal to your audience emotional side. 8. Use stories. Another way to connect with your audience and communicate your ideas is with relevant illustrative stories. People are naturally storytellers and listeners. Stories are great ways to make ideas more tangible to people and can also humanize what you're communicating. Appealing to your audience's more emotional side, stories are more likely to be remembered than the other elements of what you communicate. 9. Less is more. Your audience is likely busy, so don't waste your or their time with irrelevant tidbits, repeated information, or details that may be related but don't help you with your main communication goal. It will lead to disengagement, less information being retained, and take away from what effectiveness of your effort. And last, be curious. Finally, resolve to always be learning. While some things remain the same, the how and what we communicate is constantly evolving. Read lots, talk to mentors, and never assume you know everything when it comes to good communication. For your individual effort, test different formats and styles to see what works best when connecting with your unique audience and always be open to feedback. Thank you. That's all, and thank you.